What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz. Let's get blitzed on a Monday, October 17th, 2022. Rolling and rolling and rolling. You know we're here every day with your daily blitz, bringing you a little 5 to 10 minutes. I know I've always said it's supposed to be like 5 minutes, but I know it gets to be like closer to 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. So hope that's all right. Just want to bring you some Buckeye nuggets every day and use it around the workplace or the water cooler and share it with the soccer moms, whatever info I give you. Hopefully you're enjoying it and making you a more informed Buckeye fan or just entertaining. Hey, who knows? I got one of those ring lights, one of those fancy ring lights. So now I am officially an influencer. Proud of that. Not really. So anyways, hopefully the lighting looks a little better in here, and especially the Sunday night show. Hopefully the lighting will be better. So yes, I'll be starting an Instagram channel, and I'll be opening, I don't know, women's clothing on Instagram soon. So stay locked in for that. Oh God, you imagine? All right, enough grab ass. Today's show on a Monday to get you warmed up for the week. It's a recruiting Monday. Trying to do this every week. Recruiting nuggets. I'm focusing on the 2023 class mostly because we're winding down and trying to finish this class strong. We've got 20 commits already, so probably going to be another 4, 5, 6 at the max, I would say, probably mostly close to 25. So we've got mostly D-line we're going after. Could use another offensive lineman if we can get one on campus. So starting off, the hot name right now is Damon Wilson out of Venice, Florida. He's just like an hour south of me on the West Coast here. Edge rusher, obviously. He's a 5-star, yeah. We've got crystal balls coming in from Steve Wiltfong and Bill Kurlick on 24/7 Sports. So that's nice to see. They don't usually throw those crystal balls around. They've got a huge set of crystal balls. So that's positive. Damon Wilson did just come off of his Georgia visit last weekend. He was in Athens. So right now, in an interview he did recently, he said that I'm down to 3 schools: Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State. He said, I have a great relationship with Coach Day and Coach Johnson. I talk to them pretty consistently, especially Coach Johnson. He's always calling to check up on me. This past Monday, while the Buckeyes were off this week, Coach Jay and Coach Day, I like that. Coach Jay and Coach Day sounds like a crime-fighting duo. Anyway, they were down in Venice to see Damon Wilson in his high school. His high school got kind of pummeled from that hurricane a few weeks ago, but they were down to see Wilson during practice. And he also mentioned his Georgia relationship with their coaches. Said, I have a really good relationship with Kirby Smart, Coach Smart, he calls him, and Coach Deribe. He is the outside linebackers coach. I want to point something out here I think is key, in that for both Georgia and Alabama, he's being recruited by the outside linebackers coach. With Ohio State, he's being recruited by Larry Johnson, the D-line coach. Huge difference there, in my opinion. That tells you a lot about scheme, like where does he fit. So sounds like if he's being recruited by outside linebacker coaches, they're looking at him for a stand-up role, right? Stand-up linebacker, stand-up D-end linebacker type. So is that okay with him? Is that his preference? He doesn't really say, but more from his interview here. He said with Coach Deribe from Georgia that we're always talking about scheme and pretty much everything. Wednesday afternoon after practice, he said he did have a call with Coach Saban. He said he's also going to meet with the outside linebacker coach for Bama. So I'm sure he was on that call. We haven't heard any interviews or any notes from Wednesday. So this is the latest info we have. Wilson said he's going to make his final decision on 3 different areas. And this is probably true for most recruits: scheme, coach, and do I see myself living there for the next 3 to 4 years? So seems pretty logical to me. Nothing weird there. He did say that he could be close to an announcement this month, so in October. After visiting Georgia last weekend, he came back home and he said, I want to sit down with my family. We'll discuss what school is best for me. I like to take time after a visit. I don't want to rush it. Everyone gets high on emotions the day after a visit. The best thing to do is to take some time, about a week. So that's smart. That's good. That's good for the Buckeyes. And taking some time, not rushing into a commitment on the Monday after a visit is very intelligent. I love it. And it can only help the Buckeyes. It definitely isn't going to hurt us. So one downside is Georgia's on a bye this coming week. And Kirby will be down here in Venice visiting Wilson at his high school and stuff. So Buckeyes we're in last week. Now Georgia's going to be in, and at some point, Saban and Bama are going to be in his living room. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure that he can be ready to commit already this month. In my opinion, it's down to the Buckeyes and Georgia. It seems like Bama got in late, and I don't know if that matters to him or not. Most recruits don't really give a lot of credit to a school that comes in late. So I think it's Ohio State and Georgia. And there are NIL rumors, of course, of 7-figure deals, being dropped from the Bulldog Nation. So Buckeyes aren't going to shy away from that, but they're not going to get into the recruiting inducements and the shady shit and McDonald's bags and shit like that. So I think the Buckeyes are leading right now, especially with the crystal balls coming in from Will Fong and Bill Kurlick. So we'll see where that one goes. I think if he's deciding this month, I think he already knows, especially if he says about a week in his quote. I think he already knows. So look for that, I would say, by the end of the month. Let's go to the other big defensive end name, Keon Keeley. Rumors all over the place that he's a Bama lock. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it. A final decision could come in the next week or two. It could come down to the relationship that he has with Bama's coaches and Larry Johnson. So, but he's really comfortable in Columbus. He has relationships with a bunch of Ohio State commits right now in his class. The role in the defense is something that I believe he likes, and I think he's been leaning this way. I've said this on previous recruiting shows that I think he's been a Buckeye lean himself, but other people in his camp maybe not so much. And that's why he took that second visit for the Wisconsin game during that weekend. So his role in the defense, I think, is important. The chance to play early is huge, obviously. This is a recruit. And his relationship with Larry Johnson, I think those 5 keys are what put him over the top for the Buckeyes. That's what I think. And the other edge rusher, Matayo Uiagalelei, we don't know anything about him. No, he doesn't talk at all. So I think his dad's pretty much running his recruitment. So it's still Ohio State, USC, and Oregon at the top. So we'll see where he goes there. A couple more guys quickly I wanted to touch on. The Buckeyes did get locked in an official visit for the weekend of November 12th. Arian Carter, linebacker in 2023. He's really versatile and fits the scheme perfectly at linebacker. So Ohio State really wants this guy, and he's a different kid, like a more deep kid. Next guy, Samson Okunlola. The Buckeyes are working really hard to get him to visit, or at least lock in an official visit. He's the 5-star tackle. Miami and Michigan State are the leaders right now in his recruitment. So we'll see if the Buckeyes can get something on the books with him. And keep in mind, Caleb Downs, the safety He's currently a Bama commit. The Buckeyes are working hard to flip him, but they still need to get an official visit locked in. And until he shows up, at a game or for a weekend, you really can't know where the kid's head is at, and you can't really talk about flipping him yet. So we'll see how these go. I believe that we'll get two of the three edge rushers, and it's just a matter of which two. So keep it locked in here. As always, I appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Go Bucks.